Call the meeting to order. You all please rise. I ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. Please join me to pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Basso.
I'm here.
Alderman Begley.
Here.
Alderman Violet.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Alderman Key. Here. Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Here.
Mayor, City Clerk, Treasurer, and Attorney Earl.
All right. Got a couple special presentations tonight. I'm not sure anyone's here to receive these, but we'll read them off anyway. As you know, we had the tree decorating contest in front of City Hall here. We've, in years past, had it at the Art Garden over on 71st Court, or 72nd Court, I'm sorry. This year we ran it right out in front of City Hall, so if you leave, you can see the trees over there by the War Memorial. And we had everyone in City Hall and other people voted, and we have some winners here. So I'd like to give the winners out tonight to get a gift card to local restaurants. First place went to the Little Learners Preschool. I don't know if anybody's here from there. If not, we will send that in the mail. Second place went to Girl Scout Troop 51604. And then the third place award went to Girl Scout Troop 56159. And just I'll read the other people who actually partake. Fit for Moms came in the group there. Girl Scout Troop 55587. Girl Scout Troop 55485. Girl Scout Troop, not a Girl Scout Troop, 56160. Girl Scout Troop 56162. Girl Scout Troop 56555. The Palos News, which is a kids' newspaper, had a tree. The Palos Heights Public Library had a tree. The Reggio Academy and Zelda's Kitchen Witches also. And also the St. Alexander's Youth Ministry. So they all had trees in front of City Hall. So thank you for everybody. The kids had a great time, and it was really nice. So get on from there. Going forward, the consent calendar, we've got the City Council meeting, December 15th, 2022, and the also need approval of the payroll and voucher list for the period ending November 18th, 2022.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Key. Yes. Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes. Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
All right. No sealed bids tonight. Under my report, we had a great weekend. For the Christmas, we had the tree lighting and Kris Kringle Market was on Friday and Saturday. Great turnout. Crowds were there all weekend. I think the byproduct of this is really one of the reasons we started this was that people drawn to our downtown business district. And I know for a fact my wife and a couple of her friends went out for dinner afterwards, and they had to wait for a table at Joe's Italian Villa, and which is not unlike other restaurants down Harlem Avenue. So I think it really paid true. The parade we had on Saturday, Alderman Begley's group organized a parade. I have to say, a lot more people out on the streets waiting for the candy than I thought. It was a great crowd, good turnout for everyone, and I think everyone enjoyed it. I still have some candy left over. I left it in the lunchroom there in case anyone afterwards is hungry. So, but it was good. And as I said, there were a lot of different bazaars at the different high schools and churches and the like, and I think everyone is starting to get into the Christmas spirit. All we need is a little snow. We won't talk about that right now. And as you leave City Hall tonight, for those in the audience, take a look at our light show we have across the lobby, the field out there. And every night we're getting a little bit of a crowd. I had the grandkids out there the day after Thanksgiving, and they have a little on weekends. They have a little coffee wagon there with the hot chocolate and the like, so it's a great thing. So things are moving, and Christmas isn't over yet. We still have other things going on. Other than that, the next thing is we need a motion. The Palos Gas Mart at 127th and Harlem, it has been sold, and the current liquor license holder is obviously going to relinquish his Class H liquor license, and the new owner is here. So what I'm looking for is a motion to adopt an ordinance increasing the number of Class H liquor license by 1 for the Payless Gas Mart located at 12700 South Harlem.
I'll make a motion.
Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman McGovern.
Question.
Gentleman's right here if you have any questions for him. Just come to your name and address then, too.
Two questions. What is your hours of operation? The station's open from what to what?
You mean,
Your hours of operation.
right now, it's closing at 12 o'clock, I
You
believe, so.
close
Because
up-
We don't take over so
You
far.
you close at what time?
Right now, the owner, he's closing, I think, 1 o'clock,
1 o'clock?
yes,
And what's the last time you sell liquor?
6 o'clock. And it's 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 a.m., there is no selling any alcohol or beer.
So your sale of liquor ends when you close the store at 1 a.m.?
1 a.m., yes. That's what I believe. We don't take over yet.
Yeah, I just have a thing of selling liquor past a certain time, people driving around
Right, the
buying it.
city have a rule, I think each city have a timing rules.
Yeah, we have our, there's a time limit in our license.
Right.
No, I understand that, it's just a thing with me, I just don't believe that anybody needs a half pint at 1 or 2 o'clock.
Well,
in
that's
the
what I'm
morning.
saying, our license does not allow it to
It's
that.
just for beer, right?
No, some, very small quantity of liquor also.
Uh-huh.
It's a small store, we cannot store it like a very small quantity.
All right, so 1 a.m. then, you're saying, when he
No, I
closes.
think it's actually midnight is when it is.
Pardon?
It's midnight, I believe,
Midnight,
actually.
yeah,
Midnight.
I don't know. I don't see
Nothing
it.
past midnight
Yes,
then,
yes.
all right, that's what I want to know.
Right.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
All right, there's motion on the floor. Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key. Yes. Alderman Clifford.
Aye,
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
All right. Next thing I have is a little backstory on this. I believe really that what the foundation of our city and what's happened in our city over the years has been the volunteers we've had who've all kicked in and helped out with the town. You know, whether it be the the Car Classic, the Farmers Market, the Women's Club, we've got so many of them, the Fine Arts Commission, we've had various boards and things like that. And I've thought about ways to try to honor those people for what they do for the city, because I think without them, we'd be hard pressed to get some things done around town, just like we've had over this past weekend. And Maria Sata came with me about 3 or 4 months ago, and she came up with the idea, and kind of in tune with what things I had, was to come up with some recognition for those volunteers. So she went out and researched this and came up with a wall, basically, a plaque to recognize the volunteers. And the idea would be to put this in the foyer of City Hall for people who volunteered. People come to mind, the Tortoricis of the world and things like that, who have done a lot for this town. So what I'm asking for is an amount of money of $5,846 to pay for that display. I've made contact with the beautification committee, a couple of members, and they're going to bring it on their agenda in January, maybe split the cost with us. But I don't know for a fact they're going to do that, but they seem to be in line with that. But so what I'd like to do is approve this so we can get it moving, and then if they pay part of the cost, so be it. So that's the idea here. So
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Moved by Alderman McGovern, seconded by Alderman McGrogan. Roll call.
Alderman Key.
Yep.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Great, thank you very much. I think that's great homage to what they've done for the town and many of these people. And then also I need a approval to approve Tara Osterman to the Public Arts Commission for a 3-year term expiring 2/6/2025.
So move.
Moved by Alderman Lewandowski.
Second.
Second by Alderman Begley. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That's all I have. City Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have 2 items regarding the scheduling for next year. First, we need a motion to pass a resolution setting forth the schedule for the city council meetings for next year, 2020.
Second,
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Is there a second? By Alderman McGovern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then, Second, a motion to pass a resolution setting forth the schedule for the city committee meetings for 2026.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, second by Alderman McGovern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
That's the end of my report. Thank you.
City Treasurer?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report tonight.
City Attorney?
No report.
Any communications?
Just a couple, go ahead. H before B.
Maybe this is a timely communication with a resident, speaking about the story wall. I have an email from Julie Piasek, who is the current president of the Palos Heights Garden Club. And she writes, "It is with a sad heart that I read about Dee's death on the front page of the Regional, November 10th. My husband and I lived in the same ward she represented for 21 years. Based on Dee's many years of devoted service, I'm asking consideration for some form for recognition be made. I've already reviewed the names of the parks and don't see any changes happening." And she refers to a street that was blue named after a teacher recently, but her questions are possibly the same that would be answered with the story wall. She's looking for some kind of direction and perhaps a movement for recognition for Dee Kramarski. I know in the past we talk about the same for Alderman Fulkerson, and I don't know that there was any action taken on that. So I don't know if this is the story, falls under the category of the story wall, or if this is a special recognition.
I would think, I envision the story wall being for non-elected officials, so I would think something separate from that.
Separate?
Yeah.
It's just an honorarium, Second Street
It's,
sign, a blue
Sure.
or brown sign, just saying Alan Fulkerson Way, that's all it says. It doesn't affect postal addresses, and it's an honorarium, mostly then a street they lived on.
Okay.
That discussion was brought up years ago with Alderman Donick too, for his years of service, but there's a few out there.
Well, if you guys, if you want to take some time and think about some other ideas, maybe there's something else, bring it back up, and glad to, I think it's a great idea, so.
That's the end of my
Well, we
communication.
could refer it to roads and
Yeah, it has to go there anyway.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
On communications, a couple of things. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Alderman Begley on a great job she did organizing that parade. It started out during the COVID thing to get people out and the kids around the neighborhood. Now it's down Harlem Avenue, and I'm sure it'll just grow like the 4th of July. It was very, very, very good. I was under the weather the last couple of months, but I foraged up there and bundled up and got to be able to at least see it. And the other thing I'd like to thank is, which is a project that's close to me, is the Palos Lions Club. And I'd like to thank everybody here, everybody in the city of Palos Heights, and everybody that purchased a tree. It's because we sold out in record time this year. And we were able to help so many families with the food program and scholarships to the kids this year. We sold out over 500 trees in a record amount of time. And so my big thanks on behalf of the Lions Club and everybody who belongs to it and everybody that supports us. I want to say thank you very much. There was a lot of things over the years it was involved with. There were flags of honor with Mayor Bennett and those up at Palos Hills, and to them I'd like to thank them for supporting the veterans and everything in the course of the year. That was another great program. And one more thing, there's a box out here in the hallway, a list of things, for items we can send to the troops still over in harm's way. There's a concise list here on the table if you could think of it, and drop off a few things at the box up here. Any of the kids that are here, tell your high school classmates, they're out there for you. We'd like to show them a little support, drop a can of soup or something. There's a list of everything there. I'd appreciate it on behalf of the veterans. And that's it. Thank you.
I failed to mention, Mr. Mayor, that Dee Kramarski and Bob Kramarski were founding members of the Palos Heights Garden Club, which recently celebrated its 25th anniversary a month or so ago.
Very good.
So on top of volunteering at Lake Catherine and all the other things that Dee did, I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that.
Great.
Mr. Mayor, going along with Jack and Jerry are always talking about the Medal of Honor for the veterans that served. It's interesting, one of the banks, and I think because of the Bank of America actually sent out a thing, and since I used to work there for a while, I ended up getting on their mailing list, and they're actually having a Medal of Honor event for a lot of the veterans that served. You know, a special thing that they're having at one of their offices downtown, and I thought it was just, you know, a nice thing for them to do, and they put a lot of, like, in this email that I received, that, you know, a lot of history, and I didn't realize that the Medal of Honor that some of these gentlemen have won, that goes back to like 1860, I think it was 1861, and from every year after that, and unfortunately we've had a lot of wars that with people would, you know, sacrifice their lives and things, but you know, that I didn't realize, even when we've talked about it kind of cavalierly, that it was going back that far. But, and I give the bank a little credit, even though they're one of the competitors of my bank, that they're doing this. So it was a nice touch for them.
Great, thank you. Any other communications? Citizens wishing to address the council, anyone have anything? If not, Finance Committee.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we have a few things to talk about. First one's item 12. This is a motion to adopt an inducement resolution, in the resolution supporting the consent to a Class B qualification, property tax classification for the property at 6401 West 127th Street, and it's PIN 2431-201-011, and that property is commonly referred to as the Old Dominic's, or soon to be the future Pete's.
Second.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call. Oops, sorry.
Second.
Okay. All in favor, roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Next item, the agenda is number 13. This is a motion to adopt a resolution supporting the consent of a Class 7C property tax classification for the property located at 7150 West 119th Street, which is northeast corner of Harlem and College Drive, the old RZA property, now currently being targeted for the Pride stores.
Second.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Number 14, this, and we had a meeting prior to this council meeting to discuss this. This is a motion to adopt an ordinance adopting the annual city budget for the fiscal year beginning January 1st of 2023, ending December 31st, 2023.
Second.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, seconded by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Okay, now we're going on to thank you, number 15. It's a motion to adopt an ordinance providing the tax levy for the city of Palos Heights for the period beginning January 1st and ending on December 31st, 2022, in the amount of $10,290,940.
Second.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, seconded by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes, thanks. Number 16, motion to approve the resolution proportionately reducing all tax levies except city corporate, the library corporate, and the police pension.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, seconded by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes,
Alderman
Yes.
Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
that's the end of my report.
Thank you, sir. Public Safety, Alderman Basso?
I have no items on the agenda, Mr. Mayor, but I would like to remind everyone that during a busy shopping center that pickpockets are on the move, and please be aware and be alert. hold your possessions close to your body and under your clothing, and don't dangle those purses and things for easy grabbing. That's the end of my report. Thank you.
All right, municipal grounds and property, Alderman Begley.
I have no report this evening. I just wanted to thank everyone for their assistance with the parade, Public Works, the police department, fire department, everybody was awesome. I appreciate all you guys being there, and thanks for the support.
Very good. Thank you for your support and work. Planning and zoning, Alderman McGovern.
The only planning thing I can say is to Alderman Begley, you did one heck of a job.
Thanks, Alderman. Thank you.
That's it.
Great. Alderman Key, recreation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the last opportunity to visit one of our winter markets is this coming Friday and Saturday. Friday, which is the 9th, it'll be open from 4 to 8. And then Saturday, the 10th, it'll be open in the morning from 8 o'clock to 12, and that's in the gymnasium at the Recreation Center. And I just encourage everyone to go to the Parks and Recreation website. It's Palos Heights Rec, R-E-C, PalosHeightsRec.org. There are many things that are happening in this holiday season for young people and families together. And so a lot of the activities require you to register. And so just go to that website and see what's available this holiday season and then register. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. License permits and franchises, Alderman Lewandowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report this evening, but I too would like to say thank you to Heather Begley for all the work you did, and to Sharon Courtney, who actually is a resident in Palos Heights and put in countless hours for a wonderful event that was well attended, and I know everybody appreciated it. And,
Great.
that's the end of my report, Mr. Mayor.
All right, water and sewer, Alderman
You want,
Violet.
you want the roads report?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've got a few items.
I'm sorry.
Do you want the roads report?
Oh, I'm sorry. Roads and construction, Alderman Clifford.
Oh, wait.
All the streets in Palos Heights are about to be dug up, so to make your traveling even worse than what it is, so I just thought I'd tell you no. No report, but communication, the bridge at 127th and Cal-Sag is still under construction there. They don't have a definitive time when that's gonna really hit an optic paver. And if you're trying to get across the Pulaski Avenue Bridge from 127 to 103rd, that's gonna be closed for a week to 10 days. The alternate routes are 127th to Kedzie, south to 135th Street, and then across, or going east on 135th to go north on Kedzie, back across 127th Street, and that'll get you back home. But for right now, the bridges are next week in 10 days. That's it.
Great.
They did, on that point, they did open up, which had been closed since the spring, 104th Avenue, if you're going north and south. And at all cost, I would highly recommend, and I think Heather even mentioned this about a week ago to me, that the 127th and Cicero around rush hours is a nightmare. So,
I
stay
had to
away
go
from
to, I had to
that.
go to Indiana. I just took Harlem to 80 and took 80 across. There's a lot of.
Yeah, there's alternatives, 135th Street, and that, unfortunately, they might have been done at that time, I was told, but they hit an optic fiber, a substantial sized thing, and it's turning into a real project, so they did install a new light there to enforce no left turns there, which some people still consider they should do, and that causes another backup, but it's there, so no left turns either way, straight that up and down the street, east and west on 83.
So some people are so busy on their cell phones they can't read the no left turn sign.
Well, it was bad. There was a couple of accidents there
I
because
know.
they say no left turn, but people turn left. And then that causes the big backup going down the street. Now they have an electronic board there with the
Yeah, but they're watching
more
their cell
definitive,
phones.
so you can see, you can't miss it, so you don't turn there and just go straight. But that's the thing. So just to let you know, that's
Now-
it.
Now,
Thank you.
Alderman Violet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
A little detour itself.
Move to approve payment for a sanitary manhole rehabilitation for the Southwest Highway Lift Station Discharge Point with Aries Incorporated in the amount of $19,749.53, previously approved by the City Council on June 7th, 2022. That is, we approved the work to be done.
Okay.
And now we're paid.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Violet, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Bailey. Sorry, Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
I move to approve payment for labor and repairs for replacements of 8-inch valves to Aries Incorporated in the amount of $16,601.01.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
I move to approve payment for foundation repairs at the Misty Meadow Water Tower to Total Waterproofing, Inc. in the amount of $8,350.
Moved by Alderman Violet.
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Grogan. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
I move to approve a contract extension with Integral Construction Incorporated for the Menominee Lift Station Rehabilitation Project.
Moved by Alderman Violet. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
I move to approve equipment and services for the Misty and Westgate elevated tanks with Metropolitan Pump Company in the amount of $15,470.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
And I move to approve tank vent repairs at the Palos Hospital Reservoir with Vans Industrial Incorporated in the amount of $19,932.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And I wanted to mention that for a long time, we've been working on the new water line with ALSIP coming across the CalSAC, and I found out today that we're drawing water from that new line as of today. So that part of what's going on at Route 83 and 127th is done, as far as we're concerned. What's going on there is,
Mistake.
yes, everybody else involved. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Business and Economic Development, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At the opening to the Kris Kringle Market, the mayor said a few words, and he was talking about why we even have it. You know, some of it is to draw people to downtown and use our business and eat in the restaurants, do some Christmas shopping here. But the other thing that he mentioned was just that it's part of who we are, the ethos of, you know, Palos Heights, doing, you know, making life better for our residents and our families, and doing something. I think Alderman Begley's parade is a perfect example of that. Several years ago, you got together with, you know, a handful of people and put something through the neighborhoods, and, you know, voila, 2 years later, we're running it down Harlem with a lot of people there to watch. I heard from a lot of people trying to get to restaurants over the weekend that there was no wait at all of our restaurants, so that's awesome. And really, there was a lot of stuff going on with the holiday season all last week. Every day last week, there was something happening in regard to the library. And as you mentioned before, the Art Commission has the Lights in the Heights display right across from City Hall in our park. And if you have not come here and driven by and seen it, you need to do it with your family and walk through the light display. There's also a couple areas like with big picture frames where you can have photo ops and stuff, and so that's great. But really the big event of the weekend was the Kris Kringle Market. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that had something to do with it. There is so much work behind the scenes. It's incredible. I know that we had well over 5,000 people attend, but say thank you to all the people with the city of Palos Heights itself, the administration who supported it. Barb Bergamo is the chairman of the committee of volunteers that worked with city people to get this thing done. And then Lauren and Joe from the rec department and our public works and police. Without them, we could not do this event. Keeping people safe, watching over the tents overnight. Public Works literally had to go out there and pound some of the tent stakes back into the ground because of the wind that we had on Friday was considerable. And then, you know, Heather having the parade down Harlem and coordinated that with the opening of Saturday's activities. And we had a number of business sponsors, CNB Bank, which is the bank right at 127th and Ridgeland, Running for Kicks, Eric Nelson, who is a State Farm agent in Palos Heights, Richard's Bikes, Carey Funeral Home, Harvest Room Restaurant. By the way, when I ate there this week, they have a beautiful Christmas tree, and I said, "Is that a live tree?" And she goes, "Yeah, we bought it right across the street from the Lions Club." And it was a beautiful tree. So, and then Quality Plus Photo is another business that Mike and Judy Weber are hardworking people, and they not only support it with their business but with their energy and working the event. So all these people, all the people that came and supported it, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a wonderful event. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Cable TV, old member government.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Any old business anyone have? Citizens wish to ask questions? Any new business? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.